Alright, so there we go. What's going on, everyone? Goddrifter here, and welcome back to another um Cars Just Racing live stream. This is live stream number 91. And yes, we are very close to the actual we're really close to 100 streams for this game specifically. Um so today this is actually gonna be an interesting theme that I'm going with. So the theme is JDM cars, and get this, that were made not just in Japan, but was also made for the US market. So, literally, that also, and we're going 90s variant. So, very long story short, it's gonna be it's gonna be a whole lot of cars. So, basically, what that means is that the majority of the modern cars are already out. Same goes with any car that's not from Japan or was also made in the US. So things such as the Skyline, the S15, basically all lines are one of those. So yeah, the only cars that don't make sense to actually they have in the US is the Spectre RS, which is the S15. We never had those in the US. Carrera 2, known as the Mark II. I don't know if we had those as Lexuses, but I think around that time there was just the LS, the GS, and then the new IS just came out. So yeah, long story short, I also think the Carrot will count as well. Wanna boost in Terror. One day hopefully. Yeah, we all got those type of dreams sometimes. Um, so I was wondering, okay, what does this mean? It means that literally cars I'm going to pick are from the 90s, but there are also what's popular, they may be either new or used. Because keep in mind these cars were around the 80s and 90s as well as the 2000s. Cars like these are still going around to this day. So without any further ado, let's start with the AE86, or in the US it was called a Corolla, but the thing about it is that it wasn't called the 86 in the US, it was called the 88. It was it's more accelerated driven type vehicle that that by all means is pretty much one of those vehicles that you don't suspect to actually have any sort of acceleration from, but yeah, what can I say? It actually makes things more interesting. Alright, so long story short, gonna do things with Red Rock this time. Drifting's on, time attack is off, clipping points, collisions, and voting is on, night mode is off, shading, morning clear 11 a.m., and cross-platform multiplayer is on. And for those that want to join in, it is YouTube Live, Goddrifter247sun Production, C.N. And make sure you're an American server, otherwise you won't be able to find it. So without any further ado, let's open this lobby. Now, I was a little annoyed at the fact that I don't know what team to go for. So I was thinking like, okay, should I go 70s cars? Because there's like only like a handful of 70s cars in the game, or I can go with some cars that were popular in around the 90s that are JDM cars. So for those wondering, does that include the Supra? Yes, yes it is. Yes it does. Along with the RX-7, the RZX, as well as the S14. Specifically, a Chaser's legal in the U.S. Around that time, the Chaser wasn't made for the U.S. market because they already have a car that actually has that same motor, but it was more luxurious. It was the GS300, and even then, they also have things like the ES300. There is also the IS300, as well as the SC300, but a lot of people didn't pay attention to those. I'll trade legal in the US. Right now, you can actually get a 96 chaser, but it may not be the one that actually looks interesting, to say the least. So yeah, there's that. Like I said, yes, chases are legal now, but the only time you'll find one is the basically 90 all the way to 95, if I remember correctly, um, because since it's like 2022, I think like 96 model not CRX, it's, 96 model chasers usually will be legal now, but it's not just about the year, it's also the month and the day the car released. And you have to look into a whole lot of research for it. But in terms of what other vehicles were supposed to be in the U.S., but they were in the U.S., the Toyota Century was supposed to be in the U.S., but like I said before, those type of cars were made for the U.S. market because, like I said before, if it was, then it would be under a Lexus name, not a what's that called? Not a Toyota name, basically. And then in terms of the skyline, okay, this is going to be the biggest problem, and that would be the skylines, because for many people that did not know, there was a company called MotorX that made skylines legal to drive around and basically show off in car shows in the U.S. But due to bad management with money and the entirety of the bills not being paid for said equipment, the entire thing got shut down, and basically cars that were supposed to be coming to the U.S., basically the Skylines, specifically R32s, R33s, R34s, were usually stayed in the obviously stayed in the not United States, stayed in Japan, but for the other ones, they were unfortunately crashed. Yeah. So literally, the same goes for the other cars, such as some chasers were caught, some Supras were even caught, and heck, even some RX-7s, RX-7s and Tenza, Soars. The car came from Japan illegally, it gets crushed, and they have to pay a hefty fine for it, which is a big old ouch in the end. Um, okay, so that was a little bit of practicing on my end, so there's that. All right. Okay, so up next is my newly designed Mazda Miata. Um, Due to the fact that I only have one Mazda that actually has this color scheme, I decided to make all four of them. Well, that's sad. It is. Especially people paid a whole lot of money just to get those cars. Which my question is like, okay, first and foremost, why would you do that? It's like you rather just not just pay for it, but at least save it up so by the time the car is legal, you can actually buy it, which would not have happened. And keep in mind, due to the fact that there was a 25-year-old rule that was developed in the U.S. that is not. Here's the thing. It wasn't GM. It wasn't the Ford Motor Company. It wasn't even Chrysler. It was Mercedes-Benz. Specifically Mercedes-Benz US, which, keep in mind, was the only reason why their 25-year-old was there in the first place. And I do because, like, okay, so unfortunately we can't have vehicles being bought around the gray market because of all because of all that mess. Like, okay, so people just see in Japan you drift any car that could drift, which is actually hilarious because like, oh yeah, we have some cool drift cars here, but in the US, surprise, surprise, we got a thing called takeover, where people literally just doing donuts all over the intersection on the section on the highway, and they're just waiting for things to just go wrong, or till the police show up. Basically, it's the same thing with Okay. Oh, okay. And heck, even like, my goodness, I'm gonna go to Japan one day just my BMX bike. Is that even possible? I mean, a lot of people rode bikes in Japan, but some of the people actually had driver's licenses, and they could actually get any vehicle they wanted if they wanted to, actually. But I think with them, in terms of importing a U.S. car in Japan, they have to pay called the cubic inch tax. Basically, long story short, the more liters the car has, the more you have to pay. Let's say, for example, someone end up buying an 8.4 liter V10 powered Viper, and let's just say that it is 8.4 liters, which, I kid you not, it will cost no more than, let's say it's gonna cost more than around, so in terms of pricing for the vehicle, for Dodge Vipers around nowadays, usually it would be like around 250 or 120 or 250. It depends on the variant of Dodge Viper, and if you convert that to yen, which is the Japanese currency, and here's the thing, for those that are really confused, let's say like, oh yeah, I got 10,000 yen, and for bit of context, 10,000 yen is an equivalent to $10. In terms of how much yen a dollar will cost, let's say it was $120,000. Unfortunately, it would have been around 120 million yen. So literally, you have to be not just wealthy, but you have to be a good driver in order to actually get a car like that. And good freaking god, why in the world would they? I don't know why people actually would bother trying to drive around a Dodge Viper. Then again, the Tokyo Stream Racer says otherwise. Oh my god. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Don't worry about it. But yeah, there's things like that, which I found freaking hilarious. Wait, actually, not thought like people might want to actually get in. Just give me a moment, guys. I actually am going to change cars again. So the cars I'm going to be using that are Japanese cars that were only available in the U.S. No, wasn't just available in Japan, but also available in the U.S. So unfortunately, the Skylands will be out for today. Okay, let's see. Now I will go the Hachigo, but it's actually the same thing with the Hachiroku. It's just a coupe version of that. Alright, up next it is the Eclipse. Alright, just give me a moment. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm gonna put in the name of the what's it called? Put in the name of the at the lobby, so that way people can actually join in. And that's okay, and server and American. There we go. And I'm going to pin that comment. There we go. Alright. So that is literally just in case anyone wants to join in. Shoot. Oh my god. Alright. So the next vehicle I'll be drifting around is very simply and literally a Mitsubishi Eclipse, which is possibly the only is basically the only DSM car that's in this game. Now the reason why I say that is because apparently there are no 2000 GTs and there are only two Evos, which is the Evo 9, which I do believe that's what the Eva MR is based off, and the Eva X or the Evo 10, because why the heck not? Now, here's an interesting fun fact. I seen plenty of Eclipses around when I was literally a little kid, and when I was going to college, I saw a very rare variant of this specific chassis. Has anyone heard of Eagle? And for those who are wondering what the heck Eagle is basically the manufacturer that developed not just, and actually it was the three triplets, basically the Toyota FRS of the 90s. It was the Mitsubishi Eclipse, the Eagle Talon, and then there's the Plymouth Laser. The Plymouth Laser didn't do so well and it got discontinued. But then the second generation roll around and long story short, let's just say that the Eagle Talon was good, but then it got discontinued. And the only one that's left was the Mitsubishi Eclipse, which was the popular of the three brands because everyone knows how iffy Plymouth was, and Eagle didn't have many other cars. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing with the Styrian, which what car do I have in real life? I don't have a car. In fact, I don't have a driver's license. Which is quite sad really, because I'm actually doing so well in racing games. It's just that it is hard to take the knowledge test because they trick you sometimes. But what I want to get, if I actually have a driver's license, would have been a Scion TC. Specifically, either the second generation or or basically a Lexus GS430 third generation. Oh my bad, don't worry about it. Oh jeez. And here's the cool thing about the GS430s. the third generation came around 2006, and then it stopped productions for the generation around 2013, 13ish. Basically, long story short, the car so you can actually get the car with a 3-liter V6, a 4-liter V8. Wait, no, I see. My bad. It was a 3-liter V6, a 3.5-liter V6, a 4-liter V8, a 4.3-liter V8, or you can actually get a V8 with a hybrid motor attached to it. And the best part about that generation is that you can either get all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. And I'm pretty sure the majority of the people actually want to get a GS, but doesn't want the second generation. They want first but can't find anything. They went for the third generation. Would have picked the rear-wheel drive option because of all those slides, basically. What I can say for certain is the fact that the GS 430s are pretty much underrated, specifically third generation, because they do have some aftermarket parts. It's just the fact that it is passed on. Like, no joke. It's like, okay, it's either passed on or it was so underrated. Long story short, it would have been like, okay, I want a Toyota, but doesn't have a Toyota badge. Or if, okay, basically, long story short, if I actually get imported cars, my first car, it would have been a shoot. What was that called? Okay, so it is a Mirage. It would have been a Mitsubishi Mirage Asti, which is a coupe version of Mirage, but it looks very similar to the Evo 4/5 and 6, but only 2-door, which is the funny part. I was like, oh, okay, I could just get one of those instead. Oh my god. But yeah, actually, any of the three would have been fine, or Cobalt, specifically Cobalt SS with a supercharger. Oh my god. Mega backwards. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. Oh my god. Okay. I want to incidents consumer car. It'll be okay. So the thing about only your first okay, not top height. It was a Honda. I was at one point was considered a Honda Accord Coupe V6, but I'm like, okay, that would have been too much of a problem because obviously a car with a V6 usually will end up either sounding like full-on VQs or it's gonna sound like the Cyclone motor. But then again, it was a 3.5 liter, so I wouldn't mind as much. And also, S2000s are freaking expensive these days. Especially if it's like, it's not even clapped out. Like we're talking a clean example of S2000. It will set you back around 20 to 30 grand, and that's as much as one of the new compact cars these days. But my god. Oh man, hope I can get one by 2034. I think around that time everything was gonna be electric. It's like you don't even have to. It's like, oh yeah, here's a fake news. It's like, nah, man, we don't. Like, man, I missed those days. It's like, what do you mean miss those days? Where literally everything sounds like what it's supposed to sound like. Oh my god. And there goes my car. Alright, I think I'm about to switch cars again. So I do have a today's racing cliche and a today's vehicle history. Unfortunately, I don't have anything in a nutshell to talk about because, then again, I didn't play that many games when I was growing up, especially when it comes to like Need for Speed games. So yeah. Oh, for the love of okay. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Talking about the GTA Final. No, I'm talking about like racing games in a nutshell. I'm not talking about just any sort of vehicle, because I already know about the V35 platform, which is what the GTA 5's chassis code is. Now, in terms of vehicle history, on the other hand, I have something interesting. Oh my bad, don't worry about it. Um, Alright, so it takes us on to about today's racing cliche, and it's gonna be something that is a little foreign for most racing games. So today, Pinkslips. What are they? What do they do? And what is the benefit of having Pinkslips in a racing game? Well, let's start with the latter. A Pinkslip is the owner's right to the vehicle. It essentially gives you the more likely really good chance to actually what the vehicle is worth, how many things are in the car, how much is the car worth, and vice versa. And normally when it comes to songs like, yo, let's race for pinks, pinks meant pink slip, as in basically the owner's right to the vehicle. And in terms of racing games, good lord, how many vehicles, not vehicles, how many players trying to get the boss's car via pink slip? And I'm looking at you, Need Speed, Carbon, let's see, Most Wanted, Carbon, and Pro Street, and even Undercover at some point. But that's where the free cars come in. And I would say it is the same thing with the Midnight Club games, specifically Midnight Club, Street Racing, Midnight Club 2, and Midnight Club LA. Midnight Club 3 does not have this feature for some odd reason. But the one game that benefits all of that, and I'm not just going to say this, Juice 2. And Juice 2 can, specifically both Juiced and Juice 2 were 2 years apart, and those games featured pink slip races. But dear lord, it is probably the most difficult thing in the game. What's gonna happen? And let's say, for example, you got to do a last man standing race. And the last man standing race is usually one of those that you cannot hit the wall, otherwise you're out. And what if the pink slip race has that specific rule? So long story short, you can't bully the driver. You have to like full on race cleanly, and you have to make sure that you don't hit any walls. Period. And that also including, like even if any other part of the car touches it, you're out. So literally, that includes your bumper, your spoiler, your mirrors, heck, even the corner of your bumper, you will considered out. So yeah, there's that. I think it's the same thing with I think it's also the same thing with drifting. And when it comes to drift racing, racing pinks for just races. These type of things usually ends up as in two ways. Either you full on decimated a score, or you don't know how to play the game right, and you end up losing your car along with it. And at the same time, the same person actually gives you your car, which is freaking hilarious. But so what are the risks of having a game with a pink slip feature? Well, to start off, these cars have to be not full on maxed out, but they have to have the car be a little challenging. And the reason I'm saying this is because if for those that are new to making a racing game and doesn't know how pink slip works, it's gonna tear the absolute mess into a whole new wall. And that also includes giving also includes giving them the easiest time for a pink slip race. Like, let's say for example that you want to let's say you want to actually have the drivers, let's say your players as well as your AI drivers race for pinks, and you want to make it challenging. Like, at least make it challenging, yes, but don't make it so difficult to the point where, like, a lot of people broke their controllers because of that. Same goes with the other things, such as having a bit of a problem when it comes to the other other things, such as having shoot, what other vehicles were there? Not vehicles were there. What other things were there? Same goes with drag racing. Like, a lot of people do full-on drag races in the game, and I do believe, if I'm correct, there is one more game that actually has this paint slip feature, but it wasn't for you're not racing against anybody for pinks. It was TDU2, and basically the moment you get challenged by one of the AIs, you're basically gonna be racing them for pinks. And let's just say, unfortunately, they were no less of a pushover, and more or less you're just gone, period. It's just like, okay, how in the world am I gonna be beating these guys in the first place without any trouble? Oh my god, it's Pickle Rick. It's like, well, but I'm dubbed up. It's like, that's Pickle Rick, isn't it? Oh my god, okay. I'm drifting with some Euro boys, basically. No, what was I? Oh yeah, so there are some pros and cons of, let's see. Before I even explain the pros and cons, there are also some bad examples of having pink slip races in a racing game. And the one game I can actually think of that actually pulled this off horribly was the first Juice game. Now, for those wondering, Juiced was hard. When I first played it, I thought, I was like, okay, it's gonna be like Juice 2, where instead of actually racing for pinks, you have to get respect to actually win, to actually get a chance to win said pinks. Unfortunately, due to the fact that the calendar system and the respect system ruined my experience for the game, I actually despise it. In fact, it is so bad that I was like, you know what, I'm good. I don't even want to race pinks. I just want to collect as many cars as possible. Even if you have a rare car in the game, I'm good. Don't worry about me. and everything goes on. Same thing goes with oh, especially, oh my god, especially the drag races in Juice. And I know I gotta get a lot of flack saying, oh my god, but Juice is a good game. Here's the thing though, I like Juice 2 more than the first Juice game. Now, in terms of, in the words of Good Bad Flicks, usually when it comes to sequels of the game that you don't like, it's like, oh, okay, this movie sucks, but the sequel actually just makes the movie better. So in other words, uh, the the first Juice game sucked. Juice 2 doesn't. And yeah, I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. Just letting you guys know. And yeah, that's basically it. And in terms of any other vehicles that, well, I wouldn't say they were given by Pinks. They're more nowadays. They're more collectibles than just, oh, you're racing this guy for Pinks. Good luck. And you just end up just beating the game in the first place. It's like, okay, that's cool, but at the same time, it makes absolutely no sense. Cough, cough, most wanted, cough, cough, carbon, cough, cough, pro street, cough, cough, undercover. And here's the thing, I am not joking when I say that, because it's like, the moment that you end up racing against, oh yeah, this is another thing I noticed when it comes to racing games and their Pinkslips. They usually get tied to boss races, and specifically, let's say for example, it needs to be Pro Street with the Kings, and the moment you beat the king of said race category, you end up winning a car. Which I was like, okay, that's cool, but then you realize that you easily beat them, and you're on King difficulty, which means there were no assists. There were no brake lines. Let's see, there was brake lines, but still, nonetheless, no assists. That would include traction control, counter steer stability, and many, many, many more. That also includes the steering assist as well as braking assist. So, long story short, you're basically doing this as a driver, like, and even though yes, I do understand you casual players that actually want to just relax and try to beat the game, it still makes sense actually to think about how many times that you pull out this bull and you end up winning the race anyways. But yeah, now in terms of the pros and the cons of adding Pinkslips to your racing game, here's the thing. When it comes to Pinkslips, there are 3 criteria that you must know. What kind of Pinkslips are they? Because there are many types of Pinkslips, and for those that are trying to grab a white paper that says how much it costs and how much it would cost more if it was to be like around 6 months later. Jesus. Sorry. Okay, is he good? Okay, he's good. Why is he drifting backwards though? That was weird. No, what was I? Oh yeah, so if those are wondering, wait, what about that wiper that's always on every single car? Well, it is some sort of pink slip, but it's not a pink slip. That is basically the cost of the MSRP if it were to release now and you end up buying a car less than 3 months later. And most people would just wait 6 months after the car comes out. It's like, okay, oh jeez, Christ, okay. Oh goodness, alright. Now, in terms of the pros of actually, I go and change cars real quick. So, the pros of actually having paintslips in racing games, it is by far the most tedious thing to do, because not only that you had to do this when not only that you had to do this as a story mode thing, but if you're trying to do this with the multiplayer things, I'm pretty sure they will legit, I kid you not when I say this, will full on exploit the absolute crap out of it. And that includes, I am not kidding, this includes in a way to make money, which in a sense wouldn't make any sense, period, because of, well, one thing. And that one thing actually keeps people from at least going through the trouble actually doing what is necessary. So yeah, there's that. Same goes with what's it called? Same goes with the other vehicles. Like you have to have a certain amount of vehicles to actually have every single person be unique and them not copying each other one way or another. Alright, so up next I'm driving around the SC300. Now there is an SC400 variant, but this is based on the SC300. Oh shit, off track. So Pinkslips, alright, basically is a whole kind of where a lot of people don't want to open up because it kind of reminds of the 2000s on, and a lot of people out there in nostalgia classes on is like, this game did this better, or that game did it better. At the end of the day, I'm just a gamer with dreams, like, no joke. Heck, it's the same thing. Oh, jeez. Okay. What was I? Oh yeah. So basically, singles with So yeah. In terms of the pros of adding Pinkslips to racing games is the fact that it is multi-platformed. Well, unless you decide to do this in a online manner, cough, real, cough racing rivals, like there are many different ways that you can actually go wrong with the pink slip races. That, and I kid you not, includes adding things I see such as Pinks Online. And I know it's like, yo, I want to at least, like, yo, I want to beat everyone in the race so I can actually win everyone's car. And like, okay, that means you must be one of those scammers from the racing rivals that many people hate. And somehow some of that is actually true. In fact, I was indeed one of those victims that got scammed of a vehicle. In fact, I had to restart my game so that way I can actually, you know, at least move on to the next at least to move on to the next not next line per se, but at least the next tier. And around that time I only had like two cars. One's the Subaru, one's the NSX. And unfortunately I was scammed on my NSX, which literally means I couldn't move forward. Like, my God. That's the reason why I hate racing. There's the reason why I despised racing rivals, because of stuff like that. And yeah, I was not happy about my decision of actually racing a car that was a higher tier than me. And keep in mind, the car was not ready. I am not joking when I say it. The car was not ready. Like, period. Like, we're talking, the car was only had like level 1 upgrades. It's basically how it was. And so I was like, you know what? I quit Racing Rivals. I might as well restart the game over again, because all that time I put on that game, it was just gone wasted. So yeah, that's like, so basically I was just have story mode. Let's see, yeah, have Pinkslip variant, Pinkslip races and story mode, because at least that would relieve some stress from people that are generally afraid of actually having pinks online. But yeah, that's basically the pro. That's like a couple of pros of it. The cons on the other hand is basically ping slips in online. Now, this can actually either like they have there are many problems that a lot of people have gone for, and these problems actually can surface depending on which game. And there are a lot of ways people can actually cheat their way to winning a pink slip race. Some people can actually, I like not joking when I say this. A lot of people can actually what's that called? A lot of people can lag switch, which is also a problem already. There's also there's also a problem of people actually full on pull a fast one and end up winning because it's like, heck no, I'm not losing this car. I worked hard on this car. So they decided to full on drive. Actually, they full on did a dirty move in a race that's supposed to be clean. Like, there is such a thing as a clean race, but I guess not. I guess not in terms of according to the people that's like racing for pinks. And basically, it's like what Book said. Uh, Like, wait, you mean like last time where one of your friends, one of your friends refused to give up their car? Not there. Jesus, it's like you like talking about last time where one of your friends refused to give up his car. It's like, oh my god. Now, there's another con is that some of these pixel races can be a bit difficult, but once you actually know how the game works, you know what you're doing, and yeah, it's kind of like that for the most part. Also, in terms of a bonus, the one game I know that actually did pink slips perfectly, and it is a tie between Juice 2 and Midnight Club Los Angeles. The reason for those two games is quite simple. It is the fact that I am not checking when I say this, but those two added a whole challenge to actually winning a vehicle that you may or may not get back, and it actually is really cool. Actually, well, many people didn't even think about this. It's like, okay, so Metal Glove 3 was cool, but then the moment they look at Juice 2, it's like, what the heck? Nah, this is a full-on racers game. But man, that game is, I swear, Juice 2 is basically underrated. Yeah, I know. Like, but what about the chicks that are dancing all over the place? Gotta go, sorry, bye. Okay. Um, take care of yourself, and be sure to stay safe around other people. So there's that. What was I? Oh yeah. So basically, yeah, Juice 2 is very underrated, and for those that had not played Juice 2, and then they only heard bad rumors about it, and if you have, if you have like a PS2, a PS3, or a PC lying around, just buy the game for it. That's basically all I can say for now. And yeah, that's basically my basically the racing cliches for Pink Slip races. Man, I can't believe I went I can't believe I went to full on detail, and in the first place. Uh oh. Alright, so in a couple of minutes, I'm actually gonna be talking about today's. I think this is gonna be like the last thing I'll be talking about. It is vehicle history, and here's it. It is a four-door. It is a four-door vehicle from the US, and basically is also a wait, no, actually no. I got it. Okay, so basically, here's a hint for you guys that actually wanted to know. This car is a Japanese car that was known as a Toyota, but it's a Scion in a nut. But well, okay, no, that's wait, yeah, that's perfect. So it was known as Toyota in other places, but in the US, it was known as a Scion. Yes, it's gonna be another Scion type of thing. But don't worry, there will be times where I will be talking about the G series. Specifically the V35, V37 format. But for now, it's gonna be one of those cars that many people do not know um, what to say about it. And here's a I'm not gonna tell you what year that the vehicle came out in, because they all know that Scion ended around 2016. So there's that. Alright, let's just hit to Red Rock. What change cuz? Okay, so far I've done the 8.6, I've done the Miata, I've done the Eclipse, and I think that's about it. Okay, hold on, let me check. Yeah, I've done the well, no, the Eclipse, and then I did the 180, and I just did the Soarer. All right, up next it is my FC. All right. All right. Oh my God. Okay, I'm the one that's going here. All right. Um. Oh, okay. I think I know what that smear was. Hold on. What the heck's wrong with one of the designs? Turns out is the fact that oh great. Okay. Oh, of course, it's the freaking drag. The like, guys, the dragon. It's the um dragon part delivery. Okay, and all right. I guess we're good to go. All right. Okay, we're good. I was like, oh, okay, hopefully that doesn't happen again. And then look at the back. Okay, we're good. My goodness. All right then. So, oh, it's not only 3 minutes. Shoot. All right. Alright, so in terms of okay. Alright, so yeah, that's so for those that are taking a break on what kind of car I'm gonna be talking about, now the hint is that it was it was Toyota everywhere else, but in the US it was called a Scion, and the vehicle itself, and keep in mind the company ended around 2016, so I didn't tell you what kind of car I'm talking about. So basically today I'm going to be talking about the Scion XB. What? You guys thought I'm going to be talking about the actual thing called an FRS BRZ86? Well, I did kind of talk about it in one of the live streams. So yeah, without any further ado, let's talk about this the box car from the 2000s. So around the time of around the 1990s, the vehicle was known as a Toyota BB. It was a 1.8 liter inline four that seated 4 people, and the best part about it is that the car itself was pretty much well, long story short, it was customizer friendly, let's just say. And the car itself is probably one of those that you don't think will have good customization, but then you actually remember what the 2000s were like. Yeah, that's what the Toyota BB was. But we didn't get these gnarly boxes until 2004 with the newly released of Scion. And around that time, the Scion brand only had 3 cars. One was a Scion XB, which is the car I'm talking about today. The Scion TC, the car I talked about yesterday, and something known as the XA, which was also it was also replaced by the XD. So yeah, Scion XA, the Scion XB, and then the Scion TC. So literally, the Scion brand actually has one track mind. Basically, the car brand, the branding wise, it was for the youth. Basically, the car itself is it was more of like, I don't know if I would say a hatch, but I can't say it's a wagon either. So I'm guessing I gotta say it's a car. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, the car itself is pretty interesting. The car itself is a 4-door hatch. It's a 4-door hatch, 4-door wagon. I don't know, but for many people, it is probably the biggest thing that ever happened around the early, mid, and late 2000s. And the thing about it is that the car itself didn't get a facelift they didn't get a facelift until 2008, where the stock market crash happened. And it was like that ever since. It went from full-on boxy to boxy with some curves. And we're talking cars that were normally ignored to basically being sought after for God knows how many years. So yeah, long story short, the same thing that happened with the Sonic TC happened with the XB. That being that the XB, the face of the model ended up with a 2.5 liter inline 4 instead of a 1.8 liter inline 4. That made the same exact same like horsepower as the Sonic TC. The only difference being is that the car is a lot heavier because of the body, because of the because of what it has in terms of the body. So yeah, that's basically what it is. Now in terms of the aftermarket, actually what they have in terms of aftermarket for the Sound XP and the second generation XP actually. But around that time, 2008, the Sound TC Sound XB was still a thing, but now the XA was replaced with the XD, and they have a smaller variant known as the IQ, smaller car known as the IQ, which is a competitor to the smart car. Unfortunately, those cars didn't even sell well. In fact, after at least 2 years, the car got discontinued. Yeah, the car that's supposed to compete against the Smart 42 got discontinued. Because Scion. Anyways, anyway, so for the most part, the more you go into car shows, you will see XBs everywhere. Well, not anymore. It used to be the number one platform for people that want to go for car shows with, but nowadays it is full of S14s, S15s, Subaru WRXs, Epson F4Ss, GTA 6s, BRZs. Heck, some of the Evos are even in car shows, as well as some Skylines, and maybe an RX-7 or two. But back then, the only car you will see now in the auto shows is usually the XB. What car am I using? I am using the Falcon FC90s, basically. Basically the RX-7 FC. You're not gonna lie, that chaser looks clean. Okay. Then again, it'll probably be a little bit interesting if it was NFC with an FD's front end. Calling it FC point D basically. Oh my god. Oh shoot, I forgot. Oh, I actually lost on the wheel. I'm playing with a controller. And I know, like, oh my god, using a controller. Oh my god, it's disgusting. It's like, my god, not all of us play with a wheel. In fact, using a controller is actually my comfort zone. I know, like, I can do like a certain cool trick. For example, like in terms of GT Sport, all I do is just shift from 6 to neutral in order to shoot out constant flames. I can't do that. My god. My god. Well, yeah, here's the thing, I don't understand people that hate, I don't, let's see, here's the thing I don't get about people that play racing games on the wheel hate controller players that much. I'm like, okay, what does controller players ever do to wheel players that are playing on the wheel? Like, I know it takes time to... So, what am I using again? I am using a Mazda RX-7 FC. Basically, it is the older RX-7. Or it's what this in-game name is called, is the Falcon FC90s. Something tells you look at my setup, basically. Look at my setup, aren't you? Shoot. Oh crap, I actually forgot about what I was talking about today. So, basically, since the aftermarket, a lot of people really just go for like a speaker setup, and some even go as far as wide buying an XB. And some people actually, not thought like, for most cars, let's see, for most cars, some wheels don't even fit, some wheels don't even fit that exact car very well, but in terms of they say on XBs, dear freaking god, every wheel fits for some reason, one way or another. It just somehow, it fits. Heck, some people put water forms, some people put HREs, rays, racing arts, Lowland arts, Grand Lights, Yokohamas, Advins. Heck, they even put Forgiatos and Doves on an XB, which for some reason for me it just makes no sense at all. But then again, it's their car; they can do whatever they want with it. So, in conclusion, the Scion XB was a car that came out around 2004 and ended around 2016. So, what's up? Hey, welcome to the live stream. Oh my god. So, for those that are wondering what vehicles I'm using today, this is actually an interesting thing I came up with. So, basically, it is 90s cars that were made not just in Japan, but were also made for the U.S. market. So, basically, cars such as 240SXs, some 88s. Some Miatas, heck, even some Mazda FCs and FDs, which many people may not realize that were also made in the US, and that also includes Supra, so, yeah, there's that. Also, unfortunately, I don't have anything in a nutshell for today, so basically, me talking about a certain game I played in the past, when I was a kid, or basically me getting to a certain game, but I didn't get to it until like later in life. So yeah, there's that. My god, an hour and 13 minutes. Oh, that's not bad. Ow. Alright, I'm about to just park here. Let's see how everyone else is. Here, play Free Fire. I don't have Free Fire. Like at all. Okay, so I got a Blink driving the absolute crap out of this Mustang. And then you got Pancakes in the Rocket Bunny S13. Speaking of which, I actually about to change cars in a couple minutes, so give me a moment. Oh my goodness. So yeah, basically that's what the car is called, the Falcon FC 90s-S. So is that up next? I'm going to use an S13 anyways. That's the next vehicle I'm going to be using. Now, in terms of the reason why I had this front end is quite simple, really. In the US, we have two variants of 240SX. Here's most loosely like tandems. Oh, okay. Now, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah. So basically, we have two variants of 240SX. We have the Coupe and we have the Hatch, and both those cars have the same front end. Unfortunately for us, we didn't get the fixed headlight variant, which is quite sad, really, because actually, yeah, I was looking forward to actually seeing a full-on just regular old Sylvia, but the difference being that it has a front end swap basically. Oh my god. Why is now I know something tells that this isn't an SR20. Or is it park somewhere else? I think like around here will be fine. Okay. Oh. Sorry, I'm used to playing GT7, so literally have to like thinking, oh wait, X is for the handbrake and everything else. Alright. And there goes the what's that? That's an S13. Hey, still 80. Never mind. I'm like, wait, that's an S13. But which variant though is the question. Hmm. Okay, so this is a 240 as well. Well, in other places they call those a 1VS. but but yeah, his is definitely a full-on still 80. All right. Hmm. I swear, like, if Han was playing this game and he just looked at us, it's like, all three of you again. Like all you hear from him is like again, again. My goodness, I was like, okay. I was just like, probably do it. It's like, yo, hey, up to the live stream. Oh my god, okay. Living on the car. I already have it in the form of having it clean and basically just having a banner on the bottom, which I don't mind. I don't mind clean looks. I do have a couple liveries for this car, but the reason I'm not showing it now because they're not really that good. Like hard things did. Jesus freaking Christ! Oh god. Oh god. Ow. Oh jeez. Okay, that was very close. I'm about to switch cars again, so it's quite unfortunate because I was like, okay, I actually do like driving around this S13, but dear God, it's so low. I mean, that's what a stance car is. It's basically the car is low to the ground, cambered. Well, it's not too much camber. Always not too much camber. Okay, yeah, it's not too much camber. Okay, so we should be okay. Awesome liveries. Up the entirety of the paint with this color, and then just had a dragon on the side along with some sponsors. This is when my car is white, and then this is uh basically my full on my car being like full on scratched up for many drift days, and then there's this clean variant. Alright, so next vehicle is not going to be a 240Z, unfortunately, even though they were popular around that time. Up next, it is my MR2, because why the heck not? uh, I think like almost the majority of my Toyotas actually have this livery. The only ones I know that doesn't have that livery is my Mark II and my 86 hatch. My 86 hatch actually has a panda type theme to it, but it doesn't have. I'm trying to hit 200 subs yet. 300 subs actually. Oh my god. Ugh. Alright. Dude got an R30. He probably got from Motor X. It's like, wait a minute. Like, wait a minute. Hold on. He has a. Wait, he has an R32. He probably got it from Motor X. 2K subs. Okay, that's a bit different. Like, that's 2K subs. That's a lot of people. And then again, I'm not getting anything anytime soon, so there's. Oh my god. Oh my god. But Jesus Christ, 7 people just joined in. Alright. Oh god, I was about to say like. Yeah, but you work for it though. My god. I try my... The thing that I like to do for the most part is like, I like to earn my stuff. Basically, um... like, I usually just do... I do this for the entertainment, alright? Like, I like making people like, oh, Jesus! God damn, Motor X, jail! Oh my god. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh god. Oh god, please don't step over here. Please don't step over here. Please don't step over here. Okay, we're good. Oh my god, okay. Oh jeez! Oh my god. My freaking god. I didn't realize how big the wing is until I was like, okay. Let's see how this looks. It looks cool, but then I just realized how big it looks like. Jesus. Okay, it looks like something they give to Z. Like, it looks like this, like that look, yeah. It looks like that Chasma wing was made for that specific vehicle. Oh jeez. Mostly they've got an Xbox and fan because they can download liveries. When it comes to like, okay, I actually want to talk about that for the most part because in terms of liveries wise, a lot of people can make their own liveries. The only problem with that is Gran Turismo 7, or in fact GT7 along with GT Sport. So basically, there is a livery editor. PSN, okay, because they can download liveries. Okay, so what I want to talk about, and this is actually a serious subject, and for many people that did not know, Gran Turismo Sport and Gran Turismo 7 had livery editors, um, and I remember one of my live streams, actually the most recent one, someone accused everyone of downloading liveries. Like, there was a difference between like, and he's like, I saw all that in the front page of the showcase, and it's like, okay, why are you in the show? And this is and I was thinking like, okay, why he wasn't in the showcase thing in the first place? Because it's like, okay, he probably saw that he didn't win any sort of any sort of category, and he's like, oh my god, because she's using down livers. Like, hold on, I made mine, I know that for sure, and one of my friends made his. So I'm thinking like, okay, either this dude is full on salty, or he's legit accusing people of having downloaded liveries. And he accused someone who has a 787B having a downloaded livery, when in actuality the car came like that. The car came with a renowned number 55 livery from 1991, which at least that makes sense. But oh Jesus, what the, oh my god. um I hope I'm not the one that saw that. Carla, you got sucked in. My god. Okay. Is my... Hold on. It says me on my car is quiet. Okay, that's weird. Okay, yeah, my car is very quiet for what it is. Oh jeez, sorry. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, I might as well just like I'm gonna switch cars again. Because I can't hear anything in my car, so yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I'm over here, I'm like, okay, let's so like for example, let's say like for example, I actually made an Tasha livery and it's like I haven't shared that yet and it's like, oh my god, you're just using shared using downloaded liveries like first and foremost, I haven't shared crap, okay, first and foremost. Second, it's like and the thing that is like, what the heck? Like you can't be serious. Like he's legit accusing anyone of using liveries because he's like, man, this is supposed to be showing off someone's work, and it's like, okay, yeah, I know what a car show is, but you don't. That doesn't give you a right to accuse someone of actually having downloaded liveries for some reason. And heck, it's like going into a boxing ring and someone had weighted gloves. Like it makes absolutely no sense for most people, but still nonetheless, I was like, it's like yeah, I'm gonna make a rule about that in the next car show in not GT in GT7, where it's like okay, the thing is, it's like before and him, I'll be like okay. Going any further, let me just check out the downloaded list. And I see anything that's like okay. I don't remember a lot of these cars. Yeah, maybe a lot. Basically I'll be looking at all these cars. Oh Jesus. Okay. Mama Jetta S14. Well it's more rose red, but still it's a the magenta S13, S13, S14, my god. Son of a good. Oh, oh my god, I didn't realize someone was full on scraping. Excuse me. Yeah, that dude is full on, he's low. Holy freaking crap, dude. You can tell this person is full on, yeah, that dude is full on low. What's up? Hey, welcome to the live stream. So, for those that are wondering what I'm doing, in terms of vehicles I'm using today, the premise is that I had to use cars that are JDM icons that was not just made in Japan, but also made in the U.S. market. So that means that, and they're all 90s cars. So literally, well, even though there was the 86, but those are like right before the 1990s. So yeah, there's that. But still, nonetheless, it's a pretty good vehicle. It's probably a pretty good premise. So, what else did I stream apart from this? GT's. Let's see. Gran Turismo 7. Speed Speed Heat. The Crew 2. GTA Online. And I also do Let's Plays. So, in the moment, it is for in terms of Let's Plays. It is Goddrifter 2 Rage Burst and Resident Evil. I haven't finished Resident Evil yet. So there's that. Oh jeez. Oh, sorry. Oh god, okay, I am definitely lagging. Lagging? Lagging, Jesus. Okay. Yo, a clip called I Cannot English. Favorite car to dress on here. It has to be, I'm not checking when I say this. It has to be the, it has to be the, in terms of the new, so, for a while, it was the, it has to be the S15, but since the new update came out, I actually do like drifting the Royal, because not only that it's a very challenging car to drift in, and is ridiculously heavy, but I just love how it has a really unique engine note. That it sounds like a V8, but it also has a high rev on inline six. Is that a BRZ? Actually, a BRZ was another one of those cars I actually like to drift around with. Oh my god, okay, a lot of people are joining in. Oh my god, sorry, oh my god. Is that a Z? This is my first ever seeing people sorry about that. This is my first ever seeing someone drifting the Z34. And that car is usually it's a very difficult vehicle to actually drift around in. Also, you don't. Some people drifting that car often. That is true. No one. Seriously, the Zismo is possibly one of the biggest vehicles that is very hard to drift in. I love RE7. Okay, yeah. So it basically is the HD remake. See, not HD remake. It was the HD remaster of the first Resident Evil game. So there's that. Um, but yeah, basically that Z is possibly the most difficult car because I drifted any sort of car that had like a VG, VQ, VR type engine. Um, and I can tell you by far the hardest vehicle to drift in was the Zismo, which is based off the 370Z. Which keep in mind, I love me a Z. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Um, so next vehicle I'm gonna drift around is the Falcon RZ, which is the FDRX7, and one of my friends actually drift that car way often because like he has the it was the it's a RX 7.3, so there's that. um oh jeez. Okay, I need to make sure that everything calms down after I join in. Okay. Alright, we're good. Oh my god. Oh god. I think I know what Carnage meant when it has a full-on backfire for some reason. It sounds like a full-on. My goodness, it sounds like. It sounds like a automatic shotgun. What the heck? Oh my god. Okay, no, it's not an automatic shotgun, it's an automatic. It's a literal, like a SMG is what it's sounding like. I mean, I kind of also get annoyed about GT7's backfire because like the only way to turn it off is to actually turn the actual anti-lag off. But my god, this sounds insane. Oh jeez, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Oh my god, it's red versus blue. All I see was a silver and blue card. It's like that was like passing up. I was like, oh my god, the car is silver and blue. My car is white, black, and red. Well then, it's red versus blue. Come on, RX-7, come on. So in terms of how many cars I have left, I think a few cars, and then I'll probably end the live stream from there. Now, what I do this sort of style to my RX-7 if I actually have one? Maybe not, because if anything, I like the I don't know if you guys ever heard this bike kit, but there is this really clean bike kit called Fujita Engineering, which actually is the one I actually made and made a kit for this RX-7 specifically. It also made one for the the FC, but I like the FDs a lot more. Oh god, sorry about that. Oh my god, it's a Murder Out 86! Oh my god. I didn't realize, I was like, wait, something looks familiar. And I just see a blacked out, basically using the blacked out 86. It's not MR2 or 180. And the funny part is we didn't even see it. Okay. For those that watched Initial D, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you watched Initial D, there were no, and I kid you not, there were no signs of an MR2 until stage 3, and that was a what's that called? Yeah, basically it was like I was like, okay, we have a like wait, okay, so they mentioned MR2 on 180. Okay, so this is yep, that's the last. Well, no, two more. Yeah, it's basically two more vehicles. Basically the during ZX and the NSX, and then Class 5. I think the only one I have to drift around in is the Supra. Yeah, that's basically it. That's frame as a drip on, drip on to drift on is uh for the most part I actually do like Springstone and Red Rock, but also like drifting around San Palazzo and St. Petersburg. So I have four maps to drift on. But I do believe like Kami Road is not bad either. It's just that that type of map is usually used for like for those people that actually wanted like competition. Um, like for a long time. Okay, it's okay. I know like you found it easily, which I was like, okay, that's interesting. Um, let's see. Try typing in the and try typing in the name on the because I think it'd be easier if you just type it in versus saying just like, oh yeah, it's just or just type in YouTube, uh, I say YT Colin Live, and then try enter it, and you should be able to find it. Right now it's like, oh Jesus, full. Do, 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 do. Oh my god, yeah, it's full. That's the reason why. Someone just joined in. It's the. Oh my god. Okay. So I'm literally just like waiting for it to actually cool down. It's I'll join later. Okay. Oh my god. The funny thing is that it's been a while since I actually drifted this specific 300ZX because I seen, and fun fact, I seen every single Z. Oh Jesus, I seen every single Z except for the 260 and 280ZX. Turn on the stream too. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if I should stream Mortal Kombat again. Are you talking about Mortal Kombat 10 or Mortal Kombat 11? Because in terms of Mortal Kombat 11, oh dear God, you have to like make sure that nothing is like bloody. Period. Because otherwise, it would have been like, oh my God, I got demonetized because that's how much blood it is. 11. Oh my God. So yeah, long story short, just if there's like a no gore option, then just turn that on because you never know what's gonna happen. Oh, that's another game I'm trying to do. Doesn't have any problems. Oh, okay. Now what was I saying? Oh yeah. I forgot actually. I was doing a last play on Mortal Kombat X because I was like, you know what? Why the heck not? Your screen's still up. Oh, okay. But yeah, I actually do miss drifting this during the ZX. So yeah, the only ones I haven't seen yet is the 260 and 280X. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, some people are actually leaving. My God. Do I use the same tool for all my cars? Some of them, yes. Oh, Jesus. But with others, it just depends on the power. And the thing is, um, I'm more of a car show type of guy. So normally it's like, okay, what car looks best on this sort of vehicle? And I look at all the bike kits. And I'm like, okay, basically this looks best on this one, or the other ones look best with on the other bike kits. I think the same thing with It's probably okay. Let's see where you're in. Oh my god! What the heck? Oh, it's all the neon green fox body. Oh my god! But the funny thing is that I've seen almost every single variant of the Mustang. The only one I haven't seen yet is the Mustang 2. And it's probably because no one actually didn't bother buying it because it had like 180 horsepower. And it reminds people of the Pinto, which makes things 10x worse. So, yikes. Okay, so yeah, basically, I seen the 65. One of my instructors owned a 65 Sting. I seen a 67 Sting before. And then there's the first Mustang Boss. I seen a Mach 1. Well, no, it wasn't a Mach 1, it was a Boss 429, and it was the 71 model. And then I seen the Fox body while I was on my way to campus. Same thing with same thing. Well, obviously I seen an SN95, but I also seen some Celines before. So there's that. And then there's the S197. Then there's the thing about the other Mustang, like the S197s and the S550s, they're a little bit common than rare, because it's like, okay, it's basically the same amount of Mustangs with Camaros. And then in terms of the Challengers, well, you know where they always are. And then just like you can see a flashback of like some Challengers and Chargers just doing donuts in the intersections. Like, yep, those are almost good times. Oh god, that was a cop. Oh jeez. And not to mention, all the cars I have had different degrees of camber, as well as although like some of the parts, yeah, some parts of the cars actually do have the same because that's my preference. But it also depends on, it's also depends on how much top pressure there is on the tires, but it's also the same thing with there are also other factors such as camber, caster, the toe, and many others. In fact, some cars had toe out on the front, toe in the rear, while the others is toe in the front and toe out in the rear. So it's always like flipped. So there's that. But man, I love this Jordan ZX. Unfortunately, I don't know how to design it though, which is quite sad really, because I actually do prefer the clean look of a 300ZX that's wide-bodied. In fact, I actually sat in the 300ZX, but it's not this one. It was the Z31. One of my classmates had one, and not gonna lie, I actually do prefer that one because obviously that one's a little bit. It's not that much common than the Z32, but the problem with the 300ZX is the fact that they always have reliability issues. And yeah, it was like, okay, this car has reliability issues. And some people swapped in V8s, others swapped RBs. Heck, some people swapped in 2Js, but I know, okay, so there is a YouTuber that has a 300ZX. Okay, you might have heard of, for those that ever heard of Mike, he has a 300ZX with an SR20 and 20 attached to it, which I was like, wait, this dude has an SR20 and a 300ZX? All right, I'm down. But the thing about what he says is that the more you swap in a lighter engine onto the car, it's quicker, which is really interesting because I never heard of SR20 powered 300ZX. And not to mention, he has authentic what's that called? It was the I forgot what wheels he had on the car, and those are real. Those are actual real wheels that he has. Um, okay, what else? So, it's basically is this, then the Supra. That's about it. Um, I think like next time I probably would do modern cars. Um, because why the heck not? Because then again, I'm like, okay, it has been years since we've seen these cars, and now the modern age has come, and we have to choose in the next generation. So yeah, after the NSX, it's the Supra, and then that's about it. And for those wondering, yes, this is indeed a just by well, my bread and ice cream are calling me. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's like hold on. Drifting is a priority, but I need some bread and ice cream. It's like, okay. Unless it's sweet bread, and that would make a lot more sense. Oh god. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. I got to move my car here so that way it doesn't, so that it's not in the way of everyone else. And my iPad keeps dying. I say correction. My iPad Mini keeps dying. Ay, ay. And for those are wondering, what this bike kit that I have on this car is based off, it's based off of a real life spare from bakery, a 3-foot loaf. Okay, so basically, it's basically a sandwich. 6-piece Jesus. Okay. I was like, something tells me that he got that mess with Subway. Sorry, I'm American. I can't help it. In fact, I have not been to Subway in a whole while. I think like last time I had Subway, it was a wrap, and I think my mom ended up paying, and I was like, you know what, I got my and then and then the funniest part is that my mom left her phone at the Subway, and she was about to drive off. I was like, wait a minute. Like, wait, where's your phone? I was like, oh wait, I forgot it. Got in the Subway. Just get in, go. I was like, okay. Oh jeez. Okay, we're good. Man, I miss Subway. My goodness. Actually, I need to make another food vehicle because the only ones I have so far is fixing literally a Pizza Hut, not Pizza Hut, yeah, it's a Pizza Hut PL 500, and that's about it. Um, I also need to make I need to make a Subway car. Also, another vehicle of mine I actually love drifting is the NSX. And the reason being, well, this is actually a very unique car because it also involves not just the oh jeez, because this doesn't just involve the pop-up variant, but also involve the fixed headlight variant, which was a facelift a couple years later. But the thing is, I'm not joking when I say that literally the NA2 NSX. Oh my god. that was what I was saying. Oh yeah, so basically, so literally the fixed headlight is more expensive than the pop-ups. Sorry about that. And the funny part is that I thought this. I was like, okay, it's a Honda, but it's a supercar. That's freaking awesome. But then it's like, wait, but what engine does it have? Because a car like this, with the aerodynamics it has, I don't think it's gonna be a V. I don't think it's gonna be like a V10 or V12 because there's nowhere to fit it. And then it turns out, and when I look it up, I am not sure what it is. It had a 3-liter V6 inside of the car. Question? Yes. If you're wondering how I know those things, I've been knowing about these cars for God knows how many years. Oh my god. Do I think in 2005 Sun XB is a good car? It depends. If you're actually looking for a daily, then I don't feel confident. For the most part, if you're looking for a daily, then then you can actually get either and you're looking for like a Scion, you can either get a TC or an XB because well those two scream Toyota reliability, and not to mention a lot of people actually customize those a whole lot. So basically it's your choice that if you think the car is a good car or not. But basically I actually don't. If there's one thing that I would do is like I need to get a list that check things out for me. Like, does it have enough room for me to actually get a lot of stuff in? Does it have is it reliable? Do I have to pay more gas in the tank than some of the vehicles that have more cylinders? And not to mention, does it have a good aftermarket? So it's tunable and reliable. Heck yeah. But it depends on what you're going for. Because if you're going for a show build, then that would make sense. But if you're going for like, basically, if you're going for like something like basically a drag racer or like a highway racer, then I don't know, to be completely honest. Keep in mind, I say it's reliable. It's supposed to have reliability. Does it have aftermarket? Does it have reliability? Does it have the space that I need? Does it have like does it have extra parts I need to replace just in case something broke? I just want speakers and lower a bit to feel good about myself. So okay, yeah, so yeah, you're good. I don't need a fast car. For some reason, I don't know. It's like I don't know if it's the use these days, but it's like, oh my god, I'm trying to get this as my first car, and it's like, my guy, I got that in my head. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Oh my. Blue Walk NSX coming through. Oh my god, oh Jesus! The super elitist monster trucked me. Then I'll stream on combat in a bit. I missed that game. And I'm a killer Terminator. I didn't bother buying the extra characters. Like, the last time I spent money on a fighting game, it was Cobra 6. And I ended up buying both season passes, so I can actually so I'll be like, okay, so I don't have to miss out on anything. That's including all the all the customization. Call the cutters under $30. Something tells you got that from from the for a discount basically. It was a steal. Yep, I knew it. Was it you got the DLC for under 30 bucks, or you got the ultimate pack, which includes all the characters together plus the DLC. Ultimate, yeah, I knew it. Alright, I'm going to switch to my final vehicle, and then I'll probably end the stream from there. Um, but here's a funny part. Goddrifter 7's NSX screams louder than this. All I heard is like, "Nah." But in terms of the GTs, I don't count X, but I don't have anything. Me too, don't worry about it. My goodness, all I do is do it for is the Let's Play, that's basically it. Alright, so the last vehicle I'm gonna be drifting around for today, it is the Wonder L30, aka the Supra. And that was good. And I was only good with Ferrantor. I like Kenshi. If anything, ever since I played Deadly Alliance, I actually do like how Kenshi plays, because not only that, yeah, he's a blind swordsman and all, but he learns freaking Tai Chi, and Kenjutsu of all things. And I was like, my god, he is awesome, but why in the world is he blind? But then I look at this lore, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Well, he makes fun of himself, like, oh, I get it, because I'm blind. Well then. But Terminators are hilarious. Oh god. Uh-oh. Um, I think I don't know if my game crashed or not. Um, shoot. Okay. Okay. This is awkward. I think my game crashed. It was like my game didn't crash. Just that it's frozen. I can't move. Um, shoot. Makes me like me catching two in a literal sense. Oh my god. Ay, ay. I was about to drift to Supra, but CarX is like, nope, nope. You drifted enough cars for today. It's only been 2 hours. Alright, so unfortunately that was gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you see next. You can follow me on Instagram at Goddrifter247sun Productions. You can follow me on Twitter at G27S. And last but certainly not least, you can check out Angel on my Discord at Goddrifter247sun Production Museum. And tomorrow I'll be streaming some. I'll stream a Let's Play of Goddrifter2 Rage Burst, and now probably yeah, for now. Hope you guys have a dope Monday. This is Goddrifter to sign off. Now see you guys next time. Peace.